We're in Savannah, Georgia. So we stopped here at this Buc'ees in St. Augustine on the road trip. Literally just get gas, restroom, grab a quick sandwich.
It is goofy.
Oh my.
And a little...
It's overwhelming.
It's a lot.
It's overwhelming.
But it is a Friday, and no, people commented on our last video when we went to our first Buc'ees that they've never seen Buc'ees that empty. So maybe we just lucked out that day.
This is a madhouse.
Yeah, madhouse, for sure.
Alright, we're gonna go.
Alright. It is time to put on another state because we are in Savannah, Georgia. So we're gonna go ahead and add it to our state map. There we go. Another one. Kevin gets very excited to add all these states. I wonder which one will be next.
Okay, so we're at Chippewa Square here in downtown Savannah with the Forrest Gump bench used to be. It's not here anymore.
Yeah.
And the bench apparently is in a museum on the other side of town, so, but it's really cool little square, a lot of historic buildings around here.
It's also beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Like you just can't get away from the Savannah oaks with the moss on them. It's just amazing. Amazing.
Yes. We are actually part of the old Savannah trolley tours today. You can see the sticker on Larica's shirt.
Yeah.
And it's great. It was somewhere around $40 a person. We'll put the exact amount down below.
Yeah, I think we got a discount, but then also if you book 24 hours in advance on a lot of the places, you can get a cheaper price. Also go during the week.
Yes.
If you go during the weekend, obviously the prices are higher. It can be almost $50, I believe.
Right.
But we'll let you know how much it is. Do we think it's worth it, the trolley?
Oh, absolutely.
We do.
So what we did was we rode the trolley the entire loop when we first got on, and then we got off at the end, went and had lunch, and now we're doing the on and off. So we kind of had an idea for where everything was, which stops we want to get on, which stops we want to get off.
Right.
So that's what we're doing now. We're jumped off here at Chippewa Square. Pretty soon we're going to jump off on a couple more, and we'll get to do a lot more details.
And here's the thing, I think you can definitely not do the trolley, and it would be amazing to walk around. We are here in May, and it is warm. So walking around, even though a lot of the squares are very covered and beautiful, and you get that Georgia breeze, which is lovely, it is quite warm and humid. So the trolley is just kind of another way to put that in there so we don't have to walk everywhere and really kill ourselves. So we're doing walking too, but we are doing the trolley and just getting off and doing the things we want to do. So either way would work. I think if we were here, like I said, in the fall or cooler time, we would definitely probably just walk. So,
all right,
anyway,
we're gonna keep showing you around. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. We are in Forsyth Park here in Savannah with the world famous fountain. My goodness, it is beautiful here.
I understand why everybody comes here.
The trees, the hanging Spanish moss, everything is just incredible.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
The trolley tour guide said that this has been here. It's an iconic, right? It's iconic. And it has been here since before all the trees, right? He was talking about the trees where, like, there's pictures of it where there's not all this green around it.
Right.
So, yeah, it's just magical.
Yep.
Really, like Georgia's impressive state.
Yes.
And we've not even scratched the surface. So that's the thing, and that's the the beauty of it. We say it all the time, and I say that all the time.
Yeah.
But places make you want to come back.
Absolutely.
So
And our whole time in Georgia is pretty much just Savannah.
Yeah.
We came down here last night with friends, hung out, ate dinner, hit a couple of bars and stuff like that. And then today we're doing the sightseeing, and then we're leaving a couple days.
Yeah.
So
good trip.
It's awesome. We are at the end of our time here in Savannah, Georgia. What an amazing week this was.
Yeah, it truly was an amazing week.
First thing is, we stayed here at Redgate Farms, this beautiful farm. They've got wedding venues. It was a very beautiful place.
Very beautiful. Probably went right up on the list of one of our favorites thus far.
Yes.
The entire grounds are just amazing. The trees, they have live oaks here with all of the Spanish moss, and they are just amazing. And it's just breathtaking. They have big horse ranch or equestrian things set up in the middle, so you can see the horses that they have.
This farm, I know we stayed at another farm in the past, but this one is has tons of employees, and this one is a large working farm. They've got 3 different locations on the property where they do weddings at, different barns and different big houses and everything else. And when we got here last weekend, Saturday and Sunday, each day they had 2 or 3 different weddings going on. We didn't get too close or anything like that, but the place is just gorgeous, especially coming from Arizona where everything is like brown and everything. Just seeing all the green is just incredible. Like
beautiful places to get married. Like you hear about those southern weddings, and it truly, that is what it looks like. It's like out of a storybook or on a movie, for sure. So we went down to downtown Savannah a couple different times. The first time we went at night with our friends Mike and Marie, who happen to live not too far from here. Mike and I used to work together, and they were full-time RVers for a couple years until they, bought their property and everything else out here, and they still go out in their RV all the time. So when he found out that we were going to be here and it was only a little over an hour from him, he texted me and he's like, "I booked a spot, I'm coming down." So they came down for a couple days, and we just had a blast. Oh, so much fun. So much fun. Thanks so much, you guys. They showed us all around their favorite places. Just had a great time. We hit up some different places. They kind of took us to Savannah at night so we could see like the nighttime and everything else. Kind of showed us around, before we did the tour and everything else. Went to a cool little bar called Poor Larry's. And the funny thing about this is, the reason we all were drawn to it is they had a chalkboard out and it said 2 for Tuesdays. Yes. And so we're like, yeah, we'll do it. There's 6 of us. Yeah, cool, yeah. We're all going to go down there. So, and you go down, like you're going down under. Yeah. Basement. It's a basement bar. And it was like so cold because it was the air conditioning, and so it felt great because it's been very humid here. And so we all go down there. But what a great place. Gosh, the atmosphere there was so much fun. Great music from the 80s. Yes. They had like games and Jengas and everything else, and we actually it's like a hangout place. Like they want you to get your beers or whatever you're drinking and hang out at their place. And they really, like, they have darts and, like he said, the Jenga. They have all kinds of board games everywhere. And I mean, just a really fun place. Yeah. And what's funny is, we were looking around at one point, and the 6 of us were by far the oldest, not even the oldest people in the bar. We figured out that we were probably could be the parents of about 90% of the people in the bar. We didn't care. And we closed it down. We actually left and came back to it. Yeah. And we actually closed the bar down. They were finally like, "Okay, old people, we're closing the bar. We got to go." So it was a blast. We had so much fun. And that's the best part about this life, is you just get to experience, visiting old friends and traveling the country. Because if it wasn't for this life,
you know, they live in Georgia and we were living in Arizona. I don't know when the next time we'd be able to see each other.
Unfortunately, you'd probably be at a funeral.
Unfortunately, last time we saw each other was at the funeral of a former officer. So
yeah, and that's sad. So we're fortunate enough to be in this life where we get to go and we get to meet up with family and friends that we don't get to see as often had we been living in our sticks and bricks. And so for that, we are truly grateful, because it was just such a fun time, and we are so blessed and so thankful to have friends in this lifestyle and have friends that we can come and hang out with. So we really want to thank you guys. You know, both Mike and Marie. It was so much fun, and we are very blessed.
Yeah, absolutely. So then the next morning they were leaving, and we decided to go down and do one of the trolley tours in Savannah that takes you all around Savannah, and there's a lot of them out there. We did old Savannah tours, and it was cool. As a hop on, hop off, there's 14 different stops, and you can jump off and spend some time in a location, and then 15 minutes later another trolley comes and picks you up, and you continue the tour. What we did was, and what we recommend, having done this, is jump on the tour and run the whole tour. Just stay on the trolley and take it from beginning to end, and kind of experience it and see and listen to all the different things that they're telling you, all the guided, the information, the narration. So then on the second loop, then you can turn around and say, okay, we want to get off here, 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 and here. And that's what we did. We had about 4 different stops that we knew we really wanted to get off on. We got off down where all the restaurants and stuff. We ate lunch at this cool little pizza place.
Van Gogo's
Pizza. Really good pizza by the slice. During the day, it's not open on the inside, it's just on the outside. But it was a cool little place.
Yeah, it was delicious too.
Yeah.
So.
And then we did the Forrest Gump bench, which isn't there anymore, and the park looks totally different because there's been a lot of landscaping changes, but we did that. And then the next stop we wanted to do was Forsyth Park, which has the iconic Savannah fountain. Apparently it's identical to 2 other ones in the world, and none of them are in this country. They're in other countries, and this is like an iconic fountain, and photographs that you'll see that just represent Savannah.
The stories that it could tell, like it truly is iconic.
Right.
And then from there we went and saw the cathedral.
Yes.
The I guess
St. John the Baptist Cathedral.
Yes, I guess they finally put in it. Like our trolley tour guide was so funny. She said they finally let the Catholics in, and they put in, because there's other churches and stuff all around in there, but they put in a Catholic church. And it was amazing. We got to go in it. You can go in, you can tour, because just when there's not mass going on, because they still do masses and all of that every day. But anyway, they're really, like, there was 2 ladies in there actually working, so they'll answer questions and stuff. But my goodness, it is beautiful, like amazingly beautiful. The stained glass, the columns, it is just beautiful.
It's a basilica. If you understand what that means, it is just the grandest. It is just the grandest of grand as far as churches are concerned.
Yeah, you look up, like if you go to the front of it through all the pews and stuff, and there's stained glass everywhere, but you look up and it's got the organ.
Yes. It's a cathedral.
Yeah, it is just breathtaking. Yes. So that was beautiful and so enjoyable.
Yeah.
So.
And then that was pretty much the end of the tour. We got done, and that was pretty much all day. You know, the tours end at 4:30. We started at 10 o'clock in the morning, and we ran the tours until after 4:30, because the last pickup is at 4:30, and then they finished the route. So we probably didn't get done with that till after 5. Today, last day before, because we leave tomorrow. And we did, you know, all the normal stuff that we do normally at the end of each week, you know, shopping, getting gas, things like that. Got to experience another tornado watch. All right, traveling is fun. RV life is fun. We are here in Savannah still. This is our last day. We're actually leaving tomorrow, and we have yet another tornado watch where we've been. This is the second one, I believe, in the last 5 weeks being down in this area. Possibly third. Can't really remember if the one in Galveston was an actual tornado watch or not. But yeah, so today was like, you know, usually the day before we travel, it's like errand day, and we went shopping, and I went to the chiropractor. I used the joint so I can go anywhere, and it was haircut day, and ran to Sports Clips like I always do, and there was a big sign on the door, closed due to inclement weather. Didn't even know there was inclement weather. I looked at the weather app and it said tornado watch. Didn't even know. So then we ran down the street. I went to the chiropractor and we went to a different haircut place, Great Clips, and they were open. They got me in, and while I was in there, one of the other girls that was in there working, her phone rings and she starts freaking out. There's a tornado watch, I gotta leave, blah, blah, blah. And she takes off. And then I asked the guy that's cutting my hair, I'm like, dude, is this like a major thing? And he goes, some people take it seriously, some people don't. And then the chiropractor said the same thing. He's like, some people get really weirded out about it, some people don't. I've been here a while. He goes, you're okay for right now. He goes, obviously, if it says tornado warning, you gotta go. So that's where we're at right now. We're kind of hanging out. Good friends of ours, Mike and Marie, they live about an hour or so from here. They were with us the last couple days and they went home, and they're actually under tornado warning. He actually just sent me a text message about 20 minutes ago that said, hey, we're under tornado warning. We're in our shelter already. So, you know, pray that they do okay and everything works out and they stay safe. And, you know, we're going to ride out the little thunderstorm we're having right now. And once it clears up, it says it's about an hour or so. Then we got to go out, hit one more grocery store and go get gas and be ready for road tripping day tomorrow.
And the thing is, Savannah, it's been way too short. We knew that going into it, but even more so. So when we connected with our friends and then we did parts of Savannah, and then even just being on this property, just way too short. It has been so enjoyable to get up or at night. It just depends. You kind of want to hit the weather right. I will say it's very humid. We are here in May, so it's definitely rolling on into summer. Like, I would love to come to Georgia when it's not, just different times of year. How I always say that on the channel, that I'd love to experience the same stuff but different times of year, just to see the difference. But anyway, we've just been walking and taking in everything. They have a wedding venue here at this property called the Mackey House, and it's not, I don't believe it's associated with the RV park, but they encourage you to take the trail and go down and see it. And oh my goodness, it does not disappoint. First of all, the walk is beautiful. It's just lined with all the trees and it's so enchanting. And then you get to the end and there's this gorgeous big house that they do weddings, and they've got lights all over it, and you can go out by the lake or the pond, whatever it is, and they have fountains, and it's just immaculate and it's gorgeous. So it's what you would picture, those southern weddings, and we walked it so many times because it's just so beautiful. It's just so beautiful, and that's the thing about this property. Like, you really have a lot to do here, and this park is kind of cool. They're very involved. Like, every day they'll text you, oh, we're doing firewood, if you want some, let us know. And then they also do like donuts and coffee in the morning on certain days, and they'll text you and let you know, hey, we're having it the night before. They do in their clubhouse, they'll do like appetizers and cocktail. I think it's a couple hours, and I think it's Mondays and Wednesday nights. And it's kind of cool because a lot of the RVers will just go down there and gather, and then you get to know people. We talk to some really nice people. So yeah, it's been a lovely stay. I can't believe it's already over.
I know.
We've seen a lot of wildlife here too. We've seen a lot of animals. Our goose and our goose family. I mean, the cutest little thing you ever did see. With the mamas and the dad, with the babies all in the middle. And then we saw deer twice, back in those little trails with all the trees. So highly recommend this RV park. It is gorgeous. It is beautiful. It is a little more pricier than we are used to paying, which we kind of knew doing what we're doing, that it was going to be still not our most expensive. What do we pay, about $70? I think
it came to about $70 a night with the weekly rate. With the
weekly rate, which sometimes you do it, you know, again, and then there's other times you save, like, so.
But it will not disappoint, because even though this is a farm, it's still a resort. It's got a beautiful pool area, brand new furniture, gazebos, restrooms, everything. We're actually sitting in the pool area right now, which this is the backdrop. So it's an absolutely gorgeous place, and you know, we would definitely come back again. And some other people that we're speaking to here said they come back here all the time. Whenever they're in Savannah, this is the place they come to.
Does not disappoint, and it is stunning.
Yes.
Stunning. So I'm so thankful we did it, and we owe Georgia another trip, maybe
100%.
another few trips, because that's the other thing, is it is really close to downtown Savannah. So you could go, like the one night we went out to the, just at night, we Ubered down.
Yes.
So I will say, because Savannah is very old, it's a historic town, it's old, it's very little roads, and so for those big dualies.
Yeah, for those of you guys that are towing fifth wheels, it is not pickup truck friendly.
No, I don't even think we'd fit into any of the parking garage, is what we were told. So we just Ubered, and it worked out wonderful, both ways, and because this is so close, it was, so it's very doable and so convenient, and I don't know, sometimes you feel like you don't even want to leave the actual park. So, anywho's.
Well, we're going to leave you from Savannah right now. Tomorrow we leave. I'm sad, but we're going to Washington, D.C. For 5 days.
I am sad because I want to do more in Georgia. Georgia is one that surprised me, like how amazing it is.
Right.
So we will be back. I also did not get my peach cobbler, so I will be coming back for my peach cobbler. I had to have my key lime in Florida, peach cobbler, or something peach in Georgia, but we'll be back. It's got I mean, I guess there's a reason all those great country music singers come from Georgia, right?
I know, I'm telling you. So anyway, we leave here tomorrow, and we're on our way to Washington, D.C. for a week for something special.
Yeah.
We're gonna leave you with that. Tune in next week, and you get to see all the special, magnificent things that are going on in D.C. And we've got a couple of big surprises for you as far as things we've got planned in DC. And if you haven't yet already, do us a favor, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and we're just very thankful that you're along the journey with us.
Yes, always thankful. That means the world to us, and we just so appreciate you.
Yep. And we will see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.